work more on smart port. Now I'd like to turn to the last speaker of the second session. This is one of the two largest ports in the United States. The Executive Director of Port of Long Beach, Mr. Mario Cordero, will give his presentation, who is also the former chair of the Federal Maritime Commission. I'd like to invite Executive Director Mario Cordero for his presentation on Port of Long Beach fueling the economy during the global pandemic. Please enjoy.
Hello, I'm Mario Cordero, Executive Director of the Port of Long Beach, and welcome to everyone at the Busan International Port Conference. I'd like to thank the organizers for inviting me to virtually join you today and share how COVID-19 has affected operations here at the Port of Long Beach and how we are managing those changes with our customers, our workforce, our industry partners, and our community. I hope that you and your families and your colleagues are staying safe and healthy during the unprecedented time in history. As you know, global COVID-19 pandemic came on the heels of a prolonged trade war with China that disrupted the entire supply chain for more than a year by slowing volume growth and creating artificial peaks and valleys. No one had any idea of how the pandemic would affect trade and the economy. The scope and reach of this pandemic's impact on the global economy is unprecedented. This is the first time virtually every sector of the economy effectively shut down. First and foremost, our top priority has been to ensure the health and safety of our dock workers, truckers, customers, suppliers, Harbor Department employees, and everyone else connected to moving goods in and out of the Port of Long Beach. We've worked hard to ensure that we remain safe so that we could do our jobs. From the start, operations remained open at the Port of Long Beach. As the nation's second busiest seaport, the role of the Port of Long Beach is to make sure that we remain open and operating to keep cargo moving and help in any way to facilitate economic recovery. As Chinese imports slowed down in the early days of the pandemic, we gathered and reported critical business information and sharing it with our supply chain. Timely information is critical for our customers and industry partners to be able to make real-time decisions and adjustments to their operations. At the Port of Long Beach, we started a web page for stakeholders on terminal gate hours, ships in port, and other vital information. It was critical for us to do everything we could to keep the cargo moving because it is so important to the economy. As the disease made its way to the United States, we saw a massive wave of economic uncertainty, decreased consumer spending as people across the country lost their jobs, followed stay-at-home orders. On the docks, terminal operators increased the frequency and intensity of cleaning efforts in common areas. Our port administrative building, Joint Command and Control Center, and the maintenance facility were closed to the public, but the port staff continues to work by phone and online. We also donated 300,000 masks and other forms of PPE and established a COVID-19 testing site within the Harbor District that is accessible to our longshore workforce, our terminals, our truckers, Harbor Department staff, and even port-adjacent business and the community. The decline in demand for imports led to a rapid rise in canceled sailings. The San Pedro Bay Port Complex, which includes us and our neighbor, the Port of Los Angeles, had 41 canceled sailings in the first half of 2019. In 2020, we saw a combined 104 canceled sailings during the first half of the year, 37 of which were destined for the Port of Long Beach. It was during this time that the Port of Long Beach created the Business Recovery Task Force to respond quickly to the current challenges facing our port and lay the groundwork to maximize recovery for when cargo rebounds. We are also engaged in mobilizing the supply chain partners. That preparation helped when our fortunes changed in July. We had started off the year with consistent but reduced cargo flow. Then it was time for the tables to turn. Trade jumped 21% from July 2019. In fact, it was our busiest month on record with 753,081 TEUs. In September, we reached 795,578 TEUs, a 12.5% increase from September 2019. And August 2020 was our best August on record, up 9.3% from the same month last year. Taken all together, the third quarter of 2020 was our best quarter on record. Imports were up as demand increased for medical equipment due to COVID-19 pandemic. But we also saw increased demand for furniture, paint, and office equipment as consumers make home improvements and work from home during the COVID-19 pandemic. We're also seeing an increase in agricultural exports, largely due to the Phase 1 preliminary agreement announced last December by Washington and Beijing. There has been a demonstrated effort by China to purchase more grain, oil, and agriculture commodities, and we hope these positive impacts from Phase 1 trade deal continue in the months ahead. However, I am cautiously optimistic about these signs of recovery. We must maintain a high level of customer service and address issues raised by our shippers. Going forward, our mission will be business recovery and market share growth. This was our focus prior to COVID-19 and will continue to be our focus as we recover from this pandemic. We're dedicated to providing top-notch service to our customers. I'd like to note that construction is continuing on capital improvement projects at the port, and all precautions are being taken to protect the health and safety of our construction workers. It is important that we continue to modernize the port. As I always say, in crisis, at the Port of Long Beach, we build. In early October, we opened one of the largest, most significant bridge projects in the country that will be used by truckers to carry 15% of the nation's waterborne imports. And next year, the third phase of construction will be completed at the Middle Harbor Project, the most advanced, greenest terminal in the world. And we aren't stopping there. The port is investing $1.7 billion in strategic projects over the next 10 years to enhance marine terminal productivity, deliver greater efficiency to our customers, and improve the sustainability of our operations. In fiscal 2021 alone, approximately $380 million has been budgeted for our capital projects, which comprises 58% of our total budget. In closing, I'd like to say that the Port of Long Beach is prepared for recovery. We are examining how to obtain the resources we need to help the entire region to recover. The Port of Long Beach, the port of choice, has weathered economic adversity in the past and emerged stronger and more competitive because of our infrastructure was ready when the economy rebounded. Thank you for your time, and I hope you stay well and enjoy the rest of this conference.
네, 박수 다시 한번 부탁드립니다.
Please give him a big round of applause.